I took up golf recently. I never played this game before, an old man's game, I thought. I never imagined I'd do it, but my kids play, so I wanted to join them. One day I went out and played really well. I even outpowered my instructor. I felt proud. The next day, not so proud. I kept putting the ball in the water again and again. I got so frustrated I just kept saying, "Put down another one. I don't care about my score. Let's keep going." Finally, after enough frustration, my instructor said, "Ain't it a bitch? This is golf." I snapped back, "You're a terrible instructor. I should at least be consistent, even at a bad level. I know I'm not Tiger Woods, but I should be consistent. You're just telling me it's hard. That's not helping. Tell me what to do." He replied, "Actually, you're only a little bit off." I said, "You could have fooled me." "No, really, you're just a millimeter or two off." And then you get mad at me. You're just laughing her a little bit. I thought he was joking, but he explained, when you approach the ball, if you change your angle by even 1 or 2 millimeters at the very beginning, it completely changes the arc. 1 millimeter this way, and you're in the water. Another millimeter, and you're in the sand. Even your stroke is just 1 millimeter off sometimes. That's when it hit me. What a powerful belief system. When all hell's breaking loose and nothing's working, what if the problem is that you're only 1 millimeter off? Most people think it's impossible, so they give up. But it's not impossible. It's just a tiny adjustment. This concept showed up again a couple of days later. I was meeting one of my clients, a top plastic surgeon, considered the best in the world. This guy gets paid $1 million to fly to Brunei to work on 3 faces. He's the person who makes the impossible possible. He showed me before and after pictures of an 84-year-old woman. He made her look 48 persons, stunningly beautiful, no exaggeration. While I waited in his office, I browsed through a book he was writing to teach other surgeons. In it were mathematical measurements he'd calculated for beauty. He had identified the exact proportions that make someone gorgeous. Just a few millimeters of difference. For example, the distance between the top of a woman's lip and her nose. If it's the same size as her eye, she's gorgeous. 1 millimeter longer, average. 2 millimeters, butt ugly. Think about that. The difference between butt ugly and gorgeous is 2 millimeters. He had dozens of examples like this, and it struck me. A few tiny adjustments can transform someone entirely. It's the same in life. When nothing's working, what if you're just 1 millimeter away? That little change shifts everything. Over time, an hour, a day, a week, a month, that small adjustment leads to a completely different destination. Here's an example. Let's talk about certainty. You can feel the difference between certainty and uncertainty in your body, right? Just a slight shift in your chest can drop you into uncertainty. Now bring it back up. Intensify it. That tiny shift makes all the difference. Can you train yourself to feel certain? Absolutely. I call this process incantations. It's not just saying affirmations like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Affirmations don't work because they don't involve your body. Incantations do. They're about speaking with intensity, using your physiology, and repeating it until it sticks. Like that annoying It's a Small World song that gets stuck in your head. When I was 17, I started doing incantations. I worked for Jim Rohn, earning $40 a week as a janitor, driving a beat-up 1968 Volkswagen. But I loved people, and I believed in what I was selling. To prepare for meetings, I'd park far from the building, get into a peak state, and repeat, I now command my subconscious mind to direct me, helping as many people as possible today to better their lives by giving me the strength, emotion, persuasion, humor, brevity, whatever it takes to show these people and get them to change their lives now. I'd yell this in my car while driving, and people probably thought I was crazy. But by the time I walked into the room, I was in a state of absolute certainty. And when two people meet, the one with more certainty always influences the other. Certainty changes everything. Later, I used this technique to transform my financial life. I went from earning $38,000 a year to $1 million in 1 year. How? By conditioning my beliefs and my physiology every single day. Successful people do what failures won't.